since the beginning of time. Jokingly, I tell Micah Bays, the long knives that are amongst us, that we as Ho-Chunks have been in the hospitality business since 1634. So I welcome you guys to Ho-Chunk land. This is technically, when it was negotiated, the Ho-Chunk reservation. So oftentimes when I'm doing cultural arts presentations, I mention that we are a non-reservation tribe. As my nanny, Bernadine Miner Talmadge, along with the other members of the Wisconsin-Winnebago Business Committee, when they negotiated to get our federal recognition, we are organized as a non-res and the Wisconsin-Winnebago Business Committee. So with us obtaining this beautiful land called Maawakacak, now I guess we can say we're going back to the res whenever we visit. So I encourage you guys to come out and join us. We meaning Little Eagle Arts Foundation, engaged with the Ho-Chunk Nation. So we lease the old firehouse and that small plot of land where Wildberries has their teaching garden. So you guys are welcome anytime. Come out for public art events, get our information if you want to host something. We also invite our collaborators to do meetings out here if you need something like that. But just know that we don't have access to water year round. So we have porta potties here delivered in April, and they'll be picked up at the end of October. And then, the heat is really nice, but just know we don't have AC in the summertime. So those things are something to think about. I understand you guys are going to be going out on the Great Sauk State Trail, and on that trail is a piece of public art that I designed and we put up during COVID. It was something that was an answer, I think, to all of our prayers. And Janice serves as one of our board members. COVID was not easy on small nonprofits, and we're a Native-led arts nonprofit organization. We don't get any funding from the Ho-Chunk Nation to do the work that we do. We exist mostly because of private foundations, individual donations, and corporate funds and grants that we write. So having you guys out here is kind of a living testament to our mission statement. And we're an incubator for new and emerging artists, and we also really want to help the economic development of our Native artists here in the area. So right now we have 54 artists on our artist roster from all the 11 tribes of Wisconsin, plus others that have moved to Wisconsin and now call this place home. So out on the trail, you'll see a sculpture that we created during COVID 2019 called Earth, Sky, Water. Those of you that are Ho-Chunk, if I misspeak, I apologize for that, but I'm doing the best to kind of share our culture with the broader community. Earth, Sky, Water represents the 12 clans of our people. Some of them are Earth clans, some are Sky clans, and some are Water clans. When we originally planned on doing that clay tile installation, we were going to work with the Native Youth Centers from the Madison Ho-Chunk office, House of Wellness, and the CUSA. But because of COVID, one of the things that happened was all of our youth centers were closed down. So I reached out to my kaka, my grandma Neela Stacy, and I said, we got this grant or this commission, got any suggestions of what we should do? And what my kaka suggested, she said, there's something called bubbles. She's hearing about bubbles. Maybe we can tap into some Sauk County bubbles of Ho-Chunk people. And if you're not familiar with that term, it was the safe groups that were still meeting during COVID. So that's what we did. We reached out to Eli Leonard, his family, Joanne Jones and her family, Neela, of course, and her family, and Connie Lonetree and her family. And each one of them did like a section of each piece, interpreting things like, what's our connection to the natural world? What might be a Ho-Chunk name of an ancestor that you want perpetuated in that artwork? So they each kind of took on their own interpretation of our Ho-Chunk land called Maawakacak, or sacred land, and our connection to it. So I encourage you guys to enjoy your visit to the piece. And myself as an artist, the way I designed it, there's 3 different sections, and it's all based on the beautiful topography of the landscape here. And as an art teacher, I taught high school art for almost 35 years. You know, when you see a solid area that's filled with art and filled with creativity, that's called the positive space. When there's a blank area in between, that's called the negative space. And for me as a ho-chunk, I need people to recognize the negative space, the negative things that have gone on to our people, the resiliency, because only then can you really appreciate all the positive that we've contributed to our communities. So I want to thank you guys so much for taking time to come out to Maawakacak. When you're done with the tour, come back, because we're open today until 5, tomorrow until 4. Lightning's got some really good food in the back. I don't know if it's waistap nidafi or waistap dakhre, eginikna. So bread and soup if you guys are hungry, but just thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out.